Absolutely.
Just, you've watched this. What's your take on what you've seen here so far?
Well, I tell you, there's probably going to need some health care for the debate teachers in high school who are probably having heart attacks right now watching this debate. It is unconventional, to say the least.
That's putting it nicely. Obviously, explain that unconventional a little bit more. I mean, we're seeing people that won't even let a sentence get by without interrupting each other. The moderator is even being talked over as well. I don't really think anybody's hearing any type of platform either candidate has or any ideas on policy they want to implement. So just kind of break down what you mean by unconventional here.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, you've covered presidential elections, for a many years. I've been in and around politics since I was sucking my thumb. And this is a evidence of an extremely divided country. So much so that our dialogue. If we're having a dialogue about politics these days, this is how the dialogue about this presidential election or about individual issues. This is how the dialogue has become. It's so divided, so divisive. Literally, people are getting killed in violence and protests and things of that nature. It is a very, very interesting time we're living through.
In terms of the debate, I think it's fair to say that now the country's really gotten to know President Trump's kind of combative debate style. We expected that coming in. Do you think that he's held true to that, or maybe even taken it up a notch here in terms of what we're seeing here? Again, where it's hard to really follow anybody's ideas because everything's getting interrupted.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, look, we all knew that he was extremely combative. I mean, the television show that he was on prior on another network, I mean, he was extremely combative in that way. This is not something new. This is not news, at least to the people who know this president, who have seen this president, who've been around for the last 4 years. He was a very aggressive businessman and a very aggressive president. That's not a surprise.
What do you think about Joe Biden's performance so far? I mean, it looks like the debate's going to be wrapping up here after an hour and a half. What was your takeaway from Biden?
I think he's holding his own. It's tough. This is not the debate prep. Could you imagine the debate prep that has been going on for the last couple of weeks in the Biden camp? I mean, yeah, you had no idea what kind of opponent you were going to get, what he was going to say, how he was going to say it. And so I think he's doing well. I don't think he's scoring many points. He's trying to laugh off certain lines and things of that nature. But it's, I don't envy his position.
Once the headlines are written tomorrow, obviously there'll be conflicting headlines, I'm sure. But what did any one of these two candidates here pick up some ground for their campaign they didn't have before the debate started?
Let's break this down to the brass tacks. Roughly 47% of the voting public is going to vote for Donald Trump. Roughly 47% of the voting public is going to vote for Joe Biden. They knew that 4 years ago, 4 months ago, 4 days ago. That's not going to change. The fight right now is for that 6, 7, 5% maybe of undecided voters. Did they even tune in tonight is the question. Will they get their news from our newscast? Or will they get the news from what they read in the paper? Or will they get there's very little water cooler talk anymore because people are not in. So it's, what you hear when you go pick up the mail or pick up the paper. So it's.
Well, when you rate their performance, did somebody walk away with a 1-point win on this one?
You know who I'm voting for. So I'm going to say that, the president held his own. But I don't think, honestly, I don't think anybody won tonight. I don't think the president won. I don't think Joe Biden won. And unfortunately, I don't think the American people won tonight. This is, again, an extremely divided country.